Hey everyone, it's Johnny, and in this video I'm going to be trying out this Teexpert UV Resin Dip Kit that was kindly sent to me by the amazingly awesome Donna from It's Art by Donna. I hope you enjoy the video and thank you for watching. So here I'm starting out by taking this blue wire and using these little chunky wooden dowel pieces. I'm not sure what to call them, but I'm gonna wrap the wire around them as a guide to make some flower petals. Oh yeah, I'm making a flower, I should probably mention that. And once I twist the ends of the wire to secure the loop, I'm gonna stretch and bend the wire into a petal shape. To make the support pieces within the petals, I've seen people just wrap the wire around the outer structure, but for this project, I decided to use my color wire instead of the wire that came with the kit. But my wire is actually a bit thicker, so I decided it was best to cut individual pieces and then attach them with small drops of UV resin. Once all the wire pieces were attached, I used the chunky wooden dowel piece to bend and curve the petals. Once I made all the blue wire petals, it was time to dip them. The first one I dipped was not my best work. I dipped and swirled the petal around the resin way too fast, which created some little air bubbles. And this resin is really thick, so air bubbles kind of just stay there. But after the first one, I found that it was best to dip slowly and not swirl it around, and then just lift it up out of the resin really carefully, leaving the end of the petal inside the resin a bit to let all of the excess resin just flow back into the pot. Next, I just twirled the dipped petal around to prevent any more drips while it cured. And here's the first petal. It's a bit awkward and wonky, but I figured, hey, it's a petal, and I just embraced the wonk and continued. Next, I decided that the flower would need another row of smaller petals, so I took some purple wire and repeated the process, but prettier. For the color of the petals, I decided to use chrome powders. I wanted the color wire to still be visible, and since chrome powders aren't opaque, I thought they'd be perfect. To get the shiny chrome look, I used my no-wipe gel top coat over the back of each petal, and then just burnished in the powder onto it. And I made a purple powder by mixing blue and magenta, which I used on the blue wire petals, and then I just used blue chrome powder for the purple wire. And once all the petals had their color, I just sealed in all the powder with some more no wipe gel top coat. And then I twisted the wiry ends of all the petals together to attach them. For the next step, I took a medium-sized cabochon and painted a swirl with my black paint pen, and then I painted the back with a mix of Aqua Flash ColorShift paint and blue metallic paint. Then I sealed it in with some UV resin. And after all that, I attached the swirly cabochon to the center of the flower along with the smaller petals. Next, I grabbed some more wire and twisted a few pieces together to make the stem. I'm using a color I never use because I'm going to paint it black anyway afterwards. Then I attached the ends of the wire to the back of the flower. And after attaching the stem to the wooden base, I decided to add some mushrooms to the piece. To do this, I took a large cabochon and covered it with some UV resin to make it larger. Once it was cured, I flipped it over and added some circle blobs with some UV resin to the bottom. I wanted the dotted design on the mushroom to be inverted to give it more depth once I turn it over. After it was cured, I painted the dots and then the rest of the bottom and did the same to a smaller cabochon. Once they were both painted and dry, I sealed it all in with some UV resin. Next, I made some grass and used some leaf shapes that were left over from a previous project to add some extra details. And then I used some more jewelry wire to make some more stems for the mushrooms. And for the final steps, I UV resined everything in place and painted the base piece black. Then I covered the bottom with some blue fiberglass pieces and it was done. And I thought I was done here, but then I noticed how dry and weird the base piece looked, so I glossed it with some glossy Mod Podge. I really enjoyed making this flower. The UV Dip Resin kit is pretty awesome. Thanks again to Donna for sending it to me. I really appreciate it. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next one.